Thou shalt seek them, and shalt not find them. Even they that contended with thee, they that war against thee, shall be as nothing, and as a thing of naught. For I, Yahweh, will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, fear not, I will help thee. Fear not thy worm, Jacob. Don't be afraid of death. Don't be afraid of the grave. Don't fear the worm, Jacob. And ye man of Israel, I will help thee, said Yah, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. And then Yahweh tells Israel, behold, I will make thee a new sharp, thrusting instrument having teeth. Thou shalt tread the mountains and beat them small. Thou shalt make the hills as chaff. Thou shalt fan them, and the wind shall carry them away, and the whirlwind shall scatter them. And thou shalt rejoice in Yah, and shall glory in the Holy One of Israel. When the poor and the needy seek water there, and there is none, and their tongue fainteth for thirst, I, Yahweh, will hear them. I, the Elohim of Israel, will not forsake them. I will open rivers in our places and fountains in the midst of the valley. I will make the wilderness a pool of water, and the dry land springs of water. I will plant in the wilderness of cedar, the chiplet tree, and the mice, and the oil tree, and set in the desert the fig tree, and the pine, and the box tree together. And they may see and know and consider and understand together that the hand of Yahweh has done this, and the Holy One of Israel has created it. So Yah established, getting back to the 53rd chapter, I think if we look at this, we see quite off the bat who Yahweh is talking about. He made no doubt in my mind to let us know quickly that his servant is Israel. And notice he didn't say, my servant is Israel and Joshua, or my servant is Israel and Christ. He said, my servant is Israel, period. You don't see a continuation and someone else. So Yah lets us know who his servant is. Getting back to Isaiah 52. The Creator says, verse 13, he established what his report is in the 52nd chapter, and he established in the 10th verse who his holy arm is, and what he meant when he said, and whom shall the arm of Yahweh be revealed? He lets us know it's already been revealed. He has made bare his holy arm in the eyes of all the nations. All the nations will see that Yah's holy arm is Israel, and we would be revealed to all the nations of the earth. And then the Creator says in verse 13, behold, my servant shall deal prudently. He shall be exalted and installed and be very high. As many were astounded at thee. Yes, they were astonished when they seen thee. As many were astounded at thee. His visions or his appearance was so marked more than any man, and his form more than the sons of man. So shall he sprinkle many nations. The kings shall shut their mouth at him for that which they have not been told, they shall see. And that which they had not heard, they shall consider. So everybody will hear Yahweh's word and will consider the things that he's saying. And then the 53rd chapter starts off going over some of the same things you just read. Then a question is asked, who has believed our report? Has anybody believed this? Will anybody believe this? And to whom is Yahweh's arm revealed? For he shall grow up before him as a tender plant,
and a root out of a dry ground. He hath no form, nor comeliness. And when we shall see him, there is no beauty that we should desire him.
There's no beauty that we should be desired, because all of our beauty was taken away. We were taken out of our own land, sold unto our enemies for bondsmen and bondswomen. All of our merchandise was taken. Our homes were taken. Our wives were ravaged, and they sold our boys and girls for a flask of wine that they might go and be drunk. So we had no beauty. Only people on the face of the earth didn't know their nationality. Only people on the face of the earth did not even know their language. Any other people on the earth, you say, what's your language? And they'll tell you. Any other people on the earth other than you, you can say, what is your nationality? And they will tell you. But you asked us, I don't know. I heard this and I heard that, but I don't know who I am. We're mad as if we're stricken with amnesia. We lost our minds. We don't know who we are. Don't know where we came from. Don't know what we are doing here. And a lot of our people like to think that the plight of the black man in America is merely a trivial or insignificant act that escaped the all-seeing eyes of Yahweh, but this is not so. Everything that has happened to us, everything that is happening to us, and everything that will ever happen to us as a people has already been prophesied by our Creator. Everything. Therefore, we would know that in the day that he does it, that he has spoken of it in advance. Let's finish reading. It says in verse 3, he is despised and rejected
of men, a man of sorrow.
He said we were a man of sorrow
and acquainted with grief.
And acquainted with grief. A man of sorrow and acquainted with grief. Well, where were we in sorrow at? And where were we acquainted with grief at? If you look in the book of Jeremiah, let's go there. Matter of fact, before we go there, let's go to Isaiah, the 60th chapter. Isaiah, the 60th chapter. First of all, let's establish who we read, who we are speaking of in the 60th chapter. It says in very first verse, he's going to let you know that he's not talking to an individual, but he's talking to you. Arise and shine, for the light is come, and the glory of Yahweh is risen upon thee. Yah didn't say the glory of Yah is risen upon Christ. He didn't say the glory of Yahweh is risen upon Yahshua. Yah said his glory has risen upon you, his servant. And he tells you to arise and shine.